Mm-hmm. All right. I'm doing something that I guess, based on the clickbait thoughts on the vaccine, you probably think this is a crazy thing to do. But it's not, because even though I am a I believe in natural medicine or integrative medicine, which is a combination or taking the best of both worlds, conventional and naturopathic. My core training is always going to be as a medical doctor. I'm going to try my best to be scientific when I'm looking at problems. And so, to save myself having to answer the question over and over when my patients ask, when friends ask, when even my family asks, I'm just recording a brief video talking about my thoughts on the vaccine. And my thoughts are specifically geared to my own country, which is Jamaica. And I think it's important for us to realize that this issue is a global pandemic. That's one. There's no getting around that. Every single country in the world is being affected, either directly or indirectly, by what's happening with this virus and the effect that it's having on our populations. So there's no getting around that. So when it comes on to the discussion about the vaccine, therefore, there are two equally valid positions that need to be stated. And the first position is a public health perspective. From a public health perspective, the public health team, the public health doctors, the public health staff, in our case at the Ministry of Health, have to make a clear decision for the health of the nation at large. And so the principle of using vaccination to achieve that is not something that needs to be shunned. There's no reason for us to feel like something is wrong with it. The fact is that in order to protect the population at large, there is a need to try and vaccinate as many people as possible. And my personal opinion is that, there's nothing wrong with the public health perspective of trying to vaccinate as many people as possible to try and save the entire population from having unnecessary deaths. Now, the other equally valid position to look at is a position of the individual, meaning you as an individual are probably wondering, should I take the vaccine? In my country, the vaccines arrived this week, the first batch. So it's a topical discussion, and one that I'm trying to tread lightly around, but at the same time I'm being very frank. So as a doctor, I do not treat the entire population. My objective is not to help the entire population per se. My objective is to advise the person in front of me, the individual or individuals that I see on a daily basis. I also have to make a decision for myself, a decision, really for myself. I can't make it for anybody else, not even my family. And so my perspective as an individual or for an individual patient is that that individual patient needs to be treated as an individual, and their unique situation, emotionally, physically, previous illnesses that they may have had. I have a patient, for example, who has had a bone marrow transplant. There are patients who are receiving chemotherapy. There are different variables that will change for the individual patient. And so my thought on this whole story is that as an individual, you need to choose what you think is best for you. All right? You can look at the relevant information, be advised as best as you can about the vaccines. Anything that you may be concerned about, try and get accurate information to try and set your mind at ease about whether you are going to take it or you're not going to take it. But at the same time, there's no reason for us to be shaming or judging people who do take it, and there's no reason for us to be shaming or judging anybody who doesn't take it, because I believe at the end of the day it must be an individual decision. At the level of the individual has to choose what they want or don't want to do as it relates to the vaccine, and that should not change a public health perspective, and nobody should try, in my opinion, nobody should try and bash what the public health teams are trying to do, which is they're trying to look out for the entire population. So I think that there's no need for controversy, there's no need for conspiracy theories. If you have your conspiracy theories, or you have theories or concerns, then I believe that you should really make that be a part of your personal decision without trying to influence somebody else negatively or otherwise, or worst of all, trying to shame people, or worst of all, becoming contentious or having conflict with people over this vaccine story. I think that it's not right. I'm a medical doctor, and I know the medical doctors across Jamaica, many of them have joined with the message of taking the vaccine. I'm not going to bash that message. I'm not going to go against it. I think it's a valid perspective to take, and I think as individuals you can equally have the valid perspective that you personally do not want to take it. So I think we can dial the temperature down a little bit and allow people to make their decisions, just like when we're having political decisions, political elections and things that need to be done. At the end of the day, it's an individual decision, isn't it? Nobody can force you to vote for somebody who you don't want to vote for. Nobody can even force you to vote if you don't want to. So that's my take on it. I think you need to make your choice. Depending on what you want to do, you can do it. For my own patients, if you follow my page or you follow my company's page, you will see that there are some options for helping to treat the virus. There are options that are there to help to prevent the virus. They're natural and safe options. I'm not going to go around trying to prove that they should be taken in preference to anything else. I think there are options available, the vaccine being one of them. There are other things that you can use to help you, and at the end of the day, even with that, you make your own decision. So there's no need for anti-vax, pro-vax, especially in our country where resources are always so limited anyway. Just allow people to make their decision. That's my thing. And for those of you who may have decided personally that you do not want to take it and you're wanting to know if there are any other options out there, this is exactly why my company exists, Teshuva Wellness, to bring the best of medical, natural and holistic options that are available in other countries, to bring them to Jamaica so that you can have them available if you choose to engage them. So that's all I'm here to do, to provide people with options. And I think I hope I've kind of settled the debate on where I stand. I mean, you guys will probably not know exactly where I personally stand, and there's no need for me to broadcast that either. I think individuals need to just use an individual choice, which is your God-given right, and let's move ahead with this thing. That's it. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I hope this doesn't create too much of a sensation. I thought I was pretty open and honest about it. I don't think I'm pushing one side or the other. You guys can let me know if there's anything you want me to address directly. Otherwise, I'm going to switch off. Today is Saturday, is my rest day, and so I only did this stream because I just really wanted to set people's mind at ease. I am honored to know that so many people value my opinion. It's a real honor, it's a real responsibility, and I want to carry that responsibility well, and I want to represent both sides of the discussion well. I hope I've done that. I hope this doesn't cause any controversy. I want you guys to support my friend Get Paid Daily, who is on the stream. He's giving some good financial advice and recommendations on his channel. Who else do I see here? I see Cheryl Peart. Thanks for this perspective, Doc. Yeah, I'm trying to give a balanced perspective. And I know, Cheryl, you're at public health, so you know exactly how important it is for people to respond to the public health perspective as well. Because it's hard out there. It's hard to be a public health official and to know that the nation is suffering increasing numbers, and you have something that you want to do to help. So let's not let's not defeat the legitimate efforts of the public health team. Let's just make an individual decisions, please, and let's move forward. Any questions? I don't see any. I just say big up to Althea Wisdom, big up to Queen Bee Chambers, Sassy Evolve, Cheryl Peart. Who else is there? Alright, good. I'm out of here to go get some more rest. I work on Monday. Actually just went to treat a patient anyway, so technically didn't end up being rest. And I probably will have to go out tomorrow as well. But let's see how that goes. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I am gone.